Tits up, bitches. It is Dead Bitches Brunch time. Thank you, everybody who is tuning in to watch us tonight. If you haven't subscribed already, what you waiting on? And if you can, we'd appreciate you sharing the stream, letting others know that. Haven't started even drinking yet. Let others know that we are on tonight. So we have a little bit of a different episode planned here tonight, and that plan is no plan. We have no plans. We're of course freestyle. We are going to talk about, of course, continuing all things Stephen King in our All Hail the King month. We have some exciting updates for the Carrie challenge as well. We've had some new entries, one that just came in today. So yeah, we're going to be covering all of that. Also, we want to put out there, if you guys have a question for us, you can ask us in the comments, or if you dare to be brave enough, let us know. We can send you a link and have you pop on live on the show to ask us a question. Or if you don't have a question and you just want to shout out your favorite film or book or whatever from Stephen King, you want to talk about that a little bit, let us know. So, yeah. It'll be a fun night. This is new territory for me. You normally like to be very controlled and planned.
Yeah.
All the notes. We have graphics. And then not today. We're just gonna kick it and stuff. So it is going to be a good night. So we'll kick off with bitches and booze. What are we drinking tonight?
You know what? To be completely honest with you, I am drinking my go-to White Claw. The drink of the basic dead bitch.
Yes. Hey, hits the spot. I'm drinking that as well, but I had this left over from the weekend. So these little fake syringes, you can get them at the Dollar Tree. Ooh. And I think you get like 8 of them in a pack. And they are very nifty for shots.
That is awesome.
And then also, as you see, like once you suck it up, it doesn't really leak.
Perfect.
So, yeah. So, bottoms up, because I'm just not going to have a syringe with. This could be Ron Diaz. This could be whiskey. Like we're not sure what it is, but
is that some kind of Jose Cuervo or?
We did do tequila shots in it the other day. I have to say, like, if I'm not a big shots person, I like the efficiency of shots to, after I want to get to where I want to get.
Right.
But having a shot in a shot, hey, it's pretty nice. So
that's fucking fancy. Absolutely.
It was a fireball.
You need a lime or a chaser.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we already got a question in the chat. I'll let you tackle that one first.
Okay. What is your favorite Stephen King book or movie? Okay. Well, do you want to go first?
Yeah, so I'll go first. I have, this is a safe space for everybody here at Dead Bitches Brunch. I actually have never fully read a Stephen King novel, so bad on me. I have started Lizzie's story a few times. Mm-hmm. I've seen the show of it. They actually came out with a whole show about this book.
Yes, recently.
Yeah, recently. Mm-hmm. Really, really good. But yeah, I'm really bad at just sitting down and taking the time to read. I used to be a big reader, so I haven't read a full Stephen King novel yet. But it's on the bucket list. For me, favorite movie is The Shining. It's the first horror movie I ever saw. For some reason, back in my Christian youth group days and stuff, we thought we were going to be really rebellious and watch a horror movie. And the kids there just picked, The Shining. I had no idea what it was about or anything. Was absolutely scared shitless. But then I fell in love with it. And it was a movie that I probably turned on in my home at least once a week after that point. If I wasn't actually watching it, it was just on in the background when I was doing stuff. So yeah, that's my favorite. What about you, Pettibone?
First of all, I want to say you have to read The Shining. Like
I know.
before the end of this year, I challenge you to read The Shining.
All right.
Especially being that it's your favorite movie and there's just, so much more to it. And I think that you will appreciate the movie even more after you read the novel, just because it's just like, it's so good.
Mhm.
For me, obviously, I've probably spoken on it way too much, and maybe I haven't, but I feel like I have because I'm always talking about Pet Cemetery
Mhm.
is my favorite Stephen King film. It is also one of my top Stephen King novels, but also just to shed a little bit of light on something else that's not Pet Cemetery, Salem's Lot
Yeah.
is definitely one of my top favorite novels
Got my
by
Barlow
Stephen
shirt
King.
on tonight. Good to see.
Yeah,
If I sit back like this, then you guys
right. I love it. And you know what? I'm just going to throw out there too while we're at it, just for a short read, something that I read by Stephen King that kind of reached me in another way, actually made me pretty emotional and like
can.
think about life is it's on its own. It's not a short story in a short story compilation, but Elevation is a great
Okay.
Stephen King story that is super inspirational and emotional, and yeah, it definitely stands up probably within my top 10 of Stephen King.
Mhm.
So
No,
thank you, Zach Markham Stain, for that question.
yeah. Thank you guys. So, if anybody is just joining, we are doing a freestyle night here at Dead Bitches Brunch. If you have a question for us, go ahead and put it in the comments. Or if you want to, let us know. I'll send you a link and we'll pop you on the show live and you can ask us the question. It doesn't even have to be a question. Maybe you just want to talk about what your favorite Stephen King film, novel, collectible item is. Or memory of an experience of watching a student. Yeah, it can be anything like that. Tonight's just kind of be a freestyle of us just talking about all things the king, and then we also have some really exciting updates for the Carrie challenge as well. So thank you everybody. Oh, and like and share. I'm really bad at this promoting of our of our stuff. So if you haven't already shared the stream, please do so. Let others know that we're out there tonight. So yeah, good
Yes.
stuff. So have you seen Lizzie's story yet? Then
No, I have not. I saw that it was advertised,
Mhm.
and I see. God, now I can't remember the name of the actress that plays in the show.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore, yes,
Yeah,
I love her.
yeah.
And I did see that that was advertised, and I just have not yet watched it. I
Mhm.
actually own the novel, and I have not read that yet either. So, a lot of times, like I've obviously seen quite a few more films than I have. Um, well, I should say I've seen a lot of the films before I've read the novels, and then after I started reading a lot of the novels, I thought to myself, I wish that I would have read the novels first, just because it depends on
Mhm.
like the portrayal of the characters. Sometimes I might not want to picture so and so to be
Yeah.
so and so, or this to go that way, and just appreciate the novel a little bit more, and be able to compare. I prefer to read the novel first so that I can get my own perception of the characters and the story and the details before I watch something. So that's the reason
Mhm.
I have not indulged in watching the show yet.
Yeah.
Not that I have any doubts about Julianne Moore, because I
Mhm.
think she's amazing and I love
Mhm.
her in like basically everything that I've seen.
Yeah.
Um, it's just, and I'm so annoying too, because like TJ, my husband, hasn't read a lot of Stephen King. So when I read something and then we watch a movie on it or a show, I'm so annoying. Like,
Mhm.
well, they left out this, or they didn't even say this, or they didn't even do this. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
a,
Yeah.
you know,
It's hard when you're such a big I think when you're such a big fan of King and you're a fan of his books and then you're also a fan of the films made about his books because
Mhm,
there's kind of no way, like even as fantastic as a film is, his books are so lengthy and there's so much
mhm,
detail and depth in them, that everything can't obviously be included into a film and stuff. And hence why a lot of his stuff is made into those longer mini series and stuff, just
yeah,
because they have to be just to even kind of get the foundation of the story and the character arc in there.
Yeah.
Which let's see here. We have another question here from Jason Torres. What is your favorite Stephen King TV miniseries? For me, it is Mr. Mercedes.
Okay.
So it's a newer one. That's out. If I has I want to say it's not Jason Bateman. Is it Jason Bateman in it? I can't remember
He is in The Outsider.
He's in The Outsider.
Yep.
Uh,
I can't remember exactly who it is that's in Mr. Mercedes.
yeah, I can't think of the main people off the top of my head, but it is fantastic. It gets you right away. I think even though, well, I don't know, they did 2 seasons of it. So
Mhm.
technically, I guess it's a miniseries. It just had to be long enough for 2 seasons, but really good. And then also a newer series that's come out as well, Chapaway. That one is a great Stephen King miniseries. Those are just the 2 newest ones that I've seen recently that I like a lot. What about you, Leah?
I would say I have to say it, just because it just stands out so much to me. Just being a kid and watching that, and then growing up, and now it's like in our household, the original is a movie, because now it's on DVD, and our kids watch it as a movie, and even though you have to flip the disc and everything, but originally it was a TV miniseries. And then something that's more recent, I would say, is definitely Castle Rock. I loved season 1 and season 2. Season 2 highlighted more of the backstory of Misery and incorporated so many different things, which I think is genius, and just gave so much life and character to characters that we wondered about more than just what we had already seen or what we had already read. So I've been personally looking forward to a Castle Rock season 3. And I'm hoping that will shed some more light on some more of our well-loved or hated characters from Stephen King.
What stands out to me from Castle Rock was in season 1, they did an episode focused on the character that Sissy Spacek was playing.
Yes.
And about how she was just kind of going in between like lucidity and, this other, place in her mind that she's trapped in and stuff. And what a stellar episode. Like you just kind of watched it just like in awe of what they did in that episode, and her performance in it is amazing.
Yes. Yep. And then also the sheriff in that episode is the same sheriff, and I can't remember his last name now. I know his name was Alan. I can't remember the last name, but he was also the sheriff in I'm drawing a blank. Oh my god, what's the movie? What's the movie in the novel with the writer? Someone say
it. Misery, right?
No, oh my god, with George Stark. Why am I drawing a blank? I literally can't think right now.
Here, we have Google right now.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I honestly can't even think. What's the name of that? What's the name of the novel?
I'm coming up with The Dark Half.
Yes, The Dark Half.
Okay.
The Dark Half. So yes, the novel and the movie. Oh, here he comes. Shame on me.
The Dark Half.
Oh,
okay.
Yes. What a moron. God. Forgive me for I sinned.
Castle Rock is not based on Stephen King's stories. It's written by other people, written around his characters.
Well,
Come
true.
on.
True.
Tommy Knockers. Tommy Knockers is Storm of the Century. Those are the correct answers.
True, but okay, now it's all coming back to me. The Dark Half. So if anyone's ever read or watched The Dark Half, there's a sheriff that's kind of like ultimately taking on the situation as far as what's going on with the characters, and then his name is Alan Pangborn. Now I remember, and he's one of the characters that's in in Castle Rock. And I don't know, it's just cool. Like, even though it's not, as our clown executive producer says, written by Stephen King, it's just based on characters and everything. It's just, to me, just them paying homage and the Easter eggs of everything. Like, oh, he was from so and so, or she was from so and so, and the names and the places and everything is, just catching all of that to me. I used to actually keep a journal of things that, connected shows and movies, and it's ridiculous. Like, you should see it. It's on my bookshelf. It's tucked away now, and I know that no one else would appreciate it ever, but maybe now you guys would.
We can have a special reading from your journal at the next camp school. That'll be our Dead Bitches episode there. Right? Inserts from our diaries.
Yep.
Let's see. TJ asks, what is your favorite character created by Stephen King? Favorite character. Well, I mean, it's obvious that Jack Torrance. Am I saying that right? Oh my gosh, no, the shot's hitting me and I'm questioning everything.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Brandon to barge in. That's an amazing character. But one that comes to mind actually for me before that is Rose the Hat from Dr. Sleep.
Yeah.
So there's just something about her being a female villain that you love. You're like, I know she's got to die, but
yes,
I want her to live too, because I just like her so much. And I think that is just one of the like peaks of a character, or somebody that you love, but at the same time, like, you're like, yeah, you gotta kill him, but is there compromise anywhere here, guys?
Right.
So yeah, she's a character that I love a lot.
The bad guys are always so enticing too.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the way that they portrayed her in the film was so attractive also, that it's like, you have to hate her, but it's kind of hard to hate her too. So
yeah. Well, it made so much sense. Like, she obviously had to be enticing and appealing to be able to like run this whole circus of, shining sucker trailer people.
Yep.
So yeah, no, she was just a character that just, I was like, oh, she got you really excited watching the film.
Yep.
I
would have to say, for me, I have got to say Judd Crandall. So we're going back to the basics here.
Yeah.
Judd Crandall is just, he's obviously so, he's so full of wisdom, but at the same time, he makes decisions based on emotion. And between the novel and the movies that Judd is portrayed, I feel like obviously the novel was written first, and he was just portrayed so well as his character in the movie. And, all he wanted to do was help. And he was just a sweet old man, and he knew things, but, and he shared, and, ultimately sometimes that is better, but, temporarily sometimes.
That Maine accent.
Yep. Yes, and actually, like, if you read the novel, the way that he speaks is the exact way that like Fred Gwynne speaks in the film. And yep, Judd Crandall, my number one.
There we go. Good answer. We have also some people in the chat chiming in on what are their favorites. Lady Beast says the miniseries Desperation. That one is, it's a good one. At first, I wasn't a big fan of it. I'm not a big Ron Perlman fan of anything.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, you just see, I mean, you can't, like, I can't get into the character he's supposed to, like, be portraying. Like, it's just
because he's Hellboy.
Yeah, he's Hellboy. So, but no, that is good. At the end, it did get me and stuff. So it did become a fan of it towards the end on that. Let's see here. Jason Torres says a Stand mini series. I like the original one. I wasn't as big a fan of the new one. I didn't think it was bad. But I like the original Stand mini series on there.
Yeah, now that this comes up, I'm not even sure if I've ever actually fully finished the miniseries, the original of The Stand. I've definitely watched the more recent one with Skarsgård and Whoopi Goldberg, and I did like that, but I get that it's a totally different vibe modernizing it versus how it was.
Yeah. Yeah. What I think I liked about the original one more was the way they portrayed the villains in it. And then also forget the characters, but the one guy like that spells moon all the time.
Yeah.
So bad with names. So I think those characters were better cast and portrayed in the original miniseries and stuff, that just kind of had that king flair to them and stuff, more so that they kind of lost it in the new one. But the new one wasn't bad, you know. You have to modernize it sometimes. So
yeah, the whole Vegas thing, to me, it's like, obviously it's so modern, and I feel like the way that they, you know, some of the effects and everything were good, but I will admit that I've never actually gotten through the entire novel of The Stand. I tried to read it several times throughout weeks and like hospital stays and everything, and I wasn't able to make it through the whole novel. So that's one that I've started that I have never actually finished. But while we're on the subject, I wanted to ask you, so there is The Shining has a TV miniseries also. Have you ever watched that?
yes, I want to say I have seen that, because that's the one that Stephen King actually like endorsed more and was like, this is the one to my. Yes, I've seen it once, like a long time ago. Probably about maybe four years ago or so I saw it. So yeah, I did watch it through once. Yeah, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't like, it didn't grip me.
No, I know. It's definitely, some of the details are more true to the story, but it's like the acting aspect is not as authentic, you know?
Yeah, no, just everything too with Jack Nicholson, and then it's Shelley Duvall, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like just their performances in that. Like you can't, you could have things that are more accurate, like that one did, the true to the book and stuff, but
Right.
you're not gonna find better people to portray those characters and stuff.
No, I
And I feel
completely
bad
agree.
for liking The Shining though, because if you watch any documentaries about it, about the director, about how he would treat Shelley Duvall to get her to the state that he wanted her to be in for those scenes. Like it's really sad. I'm like, I feel really bad now that I like this movie so much.
Oh, I know. It's extreme, but you know what? Jack Nicholson, there is no better role
Yeah.
for Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's one Brandon likes to pull all of Jack Torrance's lines out as his movie.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your fucking brains in.
Let's see here. We have, I believe it's Bootleg Dipshit speaking on behalf of the super fandom Fake Time Friends. He said Maximum Overdrive. He enjoyed Needful Things.
I love Needful Things.
We've got Laura Lefebvre in the chat. Hey, girl. Hey.
She made it.
She made it. Gravity Bleed says the kid who played Danny was the worst, and the Mick Garris flopped on that one. And then Jason Torres's The Shining series was filmed in the actual Stanley Hotel that inspired the book. Talking about that hotel, I am still pissed off though that in the big Shining movie that they redecorated that damn hotel. So mad.
I know.
So mad. We had a friend that stayed there recently and stuff, and he's like, it doesn't look anything the same, but they still leave you a chocolate on your pillow that says the overlook.
Overlook.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was like, okay, well, at least they remember that part.
We will make it there someday and do a live Dead Bitches Brunch episode from a hotel room.
One day. Me and Brandon used to joke around that that's where we were going to get married at.
That's awesome.
You know, we don't have that cash, so everyone lower your expectations.
Okay, we'll be opening a GoFundMe tomorrow.
We've actually talked about doing it at a haunted trail place around here, so who knows? We'll
That would be awesome.
Yeah, it's actually where we had our first date. This place has like this really nice restaurant. It looks over this quarry, and it's actually like really pretty nice establishment. And then they have woods in the back that every year they do a haunted acres trail. And so like part of it you ride through, and they have like actors come up with like the chainsaws, and they get on the hay wagon too and scare everybody. And then you walk through it and stuff. And we've talked about like maybe asking like, hey, if we could do it before your haunt season, and this could be like your run through, because they always do a rehearsal before
Right.
they actually, you know, launch and stuff. And then our guests would be able to, or would be made to walk through that on there. So we thought that would be fun, but who knows? Well, we'll see.
A lot of spooky planning.
Lots of spooky planning. But
Well, I'm coming.
yeah, well, you're gonna be there. Whenever it happens, either
Right.
a year from now or 20. Yeah, it'll be spooky.
For sure. Yeah,
Oh,
that was the main objective for our wedding too. It was like, okay, let's pick something like, you know, more than meaningful spooky.
Yeah. Right. All right, I'm trying to get here too. So we do have some announcements about the Carrie challenge. So we'll go into some of that here. But of course, if you guys still have questions for us, put them in there if you guys want to talk more too, also about what you like about Stephen King. But if you check out philbricks.com, it will direct you to an awesome page about the Carrie challenge right away. But also, if you go through philbricks.com, this will direct you to the store for Philbricks Studios. And a couple of the masks behind me here, I can say I believe are available. So check those out at philbricks.com. But I'm going to share my screen so that we can show you guys what we have going on that website. There we go. So if you go to philbricks.com, and you can click on the Carrie Challenge link above there, or if you're wanting to tell people about what the Carrie Challenge is about, you can send them this link as well. But this is an amazing page. We have our testimonials on here about what the Carrie Challenge means to us. You can watch our videos of our submissions of the Carrie Challenge. Join us for a bloody good time. We have the rules. You can click on the recipe link. This can take you right to our Instagram. Lets you know to use the hashtag Carrie Challenge. 3 random winners will be announced live on October 30th. So you guys have until October 29th. Prize packages. So there's going to be an exclusive gore horror. I didn't see that image earlier when I was proofing this. So you guys can get some, we have a mask for first place. There'll be a cup, I believe, in first and second place. You also get a shirt and a koozie. Third place will get koozies, posters. Everybody's getting posters. There's stickers, whole bunch of cool different prizes here. The gore horror mask is going to be a new Philbricks Studio design that is coming out, is being made as we speak. And then also, Brandon did mention on the Fake Time Friends show on Thursday that if a gentleman is picked for the winner of the drawing for the Carrie Challenge, if you think like the gore horror mask would be too small for you, then he will let you pick a custom mask from his catalog of characters. So, because the gore horror mask that's coming out is going to be a little bit smaller for the fit for the ladies. And then we have my long thing on here of what the Carrie Challenge means to me. I'm not going to read that out right now because I don't want to cry.
No, you don't have to read it out right now, but I'm telling everyone right now who goes to the extent of checking out our, the website for the Carrie Challenge and everything, you should definitely read through. And, like I posted, I believe it was yesterday, a shorter version of the reasons why the Carrie Challenge means so much to us. And it's more personal than buckets of blood. So, take the challenge to actually read and see, where it all comes from and where it all stems from. And, maybe it'll be a little bit more personal to you and become something that's more inspirational to you to partake in the Carrie Challenge also.
Yeah, definitely. And then we do have 2 new entries since our last show as well to the Carrie Challenge. So let me get these pulled up. Let's see here. And if you're not already following us at Dead Bitches Brunch on Instagram, you better check us out. But we will start here first with Miss Lady Beast here and her submission.
This is Lady Beast, and I'm doing the Carrie Challenge.
So we've got the Lady Beast on there. Fun fact, she used 5 gallons of fake blood for that one. And then we have
the Cotton Candy Queen, and this is the Carrie Challenge. I'm Lizzie Gates, also known as the Cotton Candy Queen, and this is the Carrie Challenge.
And then we have Lizzie Gates, our Cotton Candy Queen. So thank you very much, ladies. Horns up to you gals. We appreciate you so much for participating in the Carrie Challenge. Lady Beast, come on, girl. 5 gallons. I was absolutely floored. I was like, how much did she make? And then she also posted on there, it was so cold the day that she did it that the Jell-O mixture started to congeal in her hair. So yeah, she was tasty for after that challenge on there. And then Cotton Candy Queen Lizzie Gates, thank you so much, girl. She went out and she's like, I got an actual prom dress for this. So I love it. I love everybody putting their personal twist and themselves in it and participating in there. And so yeah, guys, what you waiting for?
Yeah,
it's fun, it's cheap, it's good for a good cause.
And if you notice, they're all laughing and smiling while they're doing it. So it's really not that bad, guys.
No, it's not. It's actually very, very tasty and stuff. So
yes.
Yeah, I think the worst thing I had about mine was just because I was frustrated with how slow Brandon was pouring the bucket of blood. It was like this tiny little dribble. First, I'm like, just toss it, man. Just toss it.
Yeah, for me, it really wasn't anything besides how am I going to get through the house to the room with brand new carpet to the shower. But, flip-flops and towels, you can make it work. Or if you have to hose yourself off,
Yeah. No, I hear you. Laura, the favorite was it. I am waiting for the recipe. Well, if you go to philbricks.com and click on the Carrie Challenge, the recipe is there. You can also go to Dead Bitches Brunch on Instagram. Whoops, wrong link. And I'll actually share it here. Or maybe I have it here in the brand thing. Let's see here.
And actually, my personal apologies to Laura because I did tell her that I was going to send her the blood recipe and then I never personally sent it. Forgive me for I have sinned.
Oh, I felt bad. Somebody messaged me about it today, but I was taking a power nap, and so I didn't see it until later on, and I was like, whoops. There we go. Oh, no, wait, that is our entry. There we go.
Go ahead and give that away to one of the first three.
Oh, okay. I'll pull
Flip
it
a
up.
coin or something.
There.
There's going to be surprise gifts all the way along.
All right. So that is our recipe. And this is why you guys got to stick with us live here. So Philbrook Studio Gravity Bleeds just came in and gave me a mask that we are going to do a random drawing to give away to one of the first 3 ladies that entered into the Carrie Challenge. So that will be a drawing between Lady Beast, Lizzie Gates, the Cotton Candy Queen, and Ruth. Yeah, Ruth. And this is it.
It's gorgeous.
So you ladies are still obviously going to be entered and qualified to win one of the first 3 main prizes and stuff, because everybody's names are going to be entered in for that drawing. But since you 3 ladies are absolutely amazing and are our first 3 brave souls to join in for the Carrie Challenge, we will do a drawing for one of you ladies to get this. I believe it's a year 1 or 2. Bingo.
That's hot.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
I love it.
Yeah. Congratulations, ladies. I will figure out a generator on there, and we'll probably put that up then the next episode. So we'll draw that then live, and then we'll get that sent out to one of you ladies. So thank you.
And thank you, Gravity Bleeds.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
For being such a generous clown.
He is. He says it is a classic year 1 bango UV style, kind of messy, old school shit. So yeah, don't sleep on making your entries for the Carrie Challenge. It'll be better to do them now versus waiting until when it's colder. I think that's when it's going to be more like that shock.
No, just a little tip to anybody who plans on entering into the Carrie Challenge. When I made my mixture with the Jell-O, I actually used hot water, and I figured it'll be about a half hour or so before I'm actually ready to, execute and fulfill my video. So by the time that I did, it was actually warm, so it wasn't that bad. I'm not going to say it didn't get cold quick afterwards, but at least I wasn't getting dumped on with freezing cold water. So
yeah, I think I just did room temperature. I just try to keep it like as mild as. Oh, Brandon says right now. Okay, well, I will write 3 names down and we'll draw one out of a cup.
So exciting!
No,
look at us. We're just freestyling the whole time.
Yeah. You want to know what we're doing? I don't know. We don't know what we're doing.
Well, thankfully, we have our executive producer to tell us what we're doing.
We are required in our contract to talk about Tommy knockers every episode. No, but seriously, shout out. I know I am biased because Gravity Bleeds is my clown love, but he has just gone above and beyond for Dead Bitches French, but also for the Carrie Challenge. And once you guys check out the website there and read, if you do take the time to read what the Carrie Challenge means to me, he's just been the best, most supportive person to help me in my recovery and facing these monsters. So, and he does a lot of work to help promote the show.
And here comes a killer clown from outer space.
You're gonna draw the name. Oh, he's got the names. Killer Clown is drawing it. Let's see. We might have some music here. We can draw on here. Let's see.
I'm so excited.
And we have Lady Beast. I know you can't
Lady Beast.
I'll take a Lady Beast.
Congratulations
on being in the first 3 to enter for the Carrie challenge. So message me your address, girl, and we will get this mask out to you probably tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday at the latest, but more than likely Monday. So congratulations. And thank you to our other 2 ladies as well for participating and getting those videos in. And I have to say, Ruth did a whole collage too on her Instagram as well, with lyrics from In This Moment, which are very perfect and poignant to the challenge on there. So yeah, again, congrats, Lady Beast, on winning a bango. And I believe she doesn't have a bango, so this will be her first one.
That is awesome. Congratulations. And thank you for participating.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Gravity Bleeds and Philbrick Studios, for doing that. So
absolutely.
Yeah. We love freestyle episodes here. We're drinking, we're answering questions, we're giving away shit.
Yes. Yeah. So is there anybody out there that wants to come on with us?
Yeah. Does anybody want to be sent a link and ask us a question live, or talk about something about Stephen King that they love, or what they like about the character?
Maybe we should have let people know in advance to prepare to
yeah, be ready for your moment. No, we're really chill. We're not anything to be scared of here. Or if you want to just put your comments or questions in the chat as well, that is perfectly fine. But yeah, check it out at philbricks.com. So yeah, let me see here. Anything new? There's some new Stephen King. Oh, we're watching. You know what we should come up with is, because I think most people have Netflix, is maybe come up with a few Stephen King films or shows people can watch on Netflix, a few on Hulu, based on their
Amazon Prime too.
Amazon Prime. We were watching, what was it? In the Tall Grass today.
Yes.
That's a good one.
1922 also is on Netflix.
1922 is on Netflix. We watched, not on Netflix, but we watched the remake of Carrie that has
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah, Chloe goes, and then it has Julianne Moore as her mom in it and stuff. So super good.
So you like that? So actually, like prior to this episode, I had compiled a list, more like an interview of questions for you in case we had dead air. And that was actually one of my questions was, have you watched the Carrie remake and what you thought of it?
Yeah, I have. I haven't. There's a third Carrie movie out there, but we have that one on VHS.
Okay.
So I haven't seen that one yet. But yeah, no, I liked it a lot and stuff. And I feel that they really kind of, amped it up in areas that, it definitely, I felt like maybe been needed in the first film and stuff, and kind of took it there. So still, and they didn't modernize it like too much that it wasn't, the real like Carrie story on there, and the way they just portrayed everything, I thought was really good and stuff. Let's see here. We've got some people in the chat. See here. Gravity Bleeds recommends Storm of the Century, which is on Hulu now. That one is fun. We watch Storm of the Century is on in our house a lot. Along with Tommy Knockers.
Right after Tommy Knockers, of course.
No, Storm of the Century is good. That's a good one. Let's see. You have Jason Torres with another question. Least favorite King adaptation?
I'm gonna say Langoliers fucking sucks. And I just have to come right out and say that. It's terrible. Maybe if they did a remake, more modernized, I think it would be a lot better, I guess. with the technology now, they would be able to make, you know, the Langoliers more lifelike and everything like that. And the story come to life with the acting and everything as far as that goes. That's one movie that we are constantly talking about in our house, and it's not because it's a good movie. It's because it's horrible. I was actually sitting on Bill's Whatnot one night, and he was auctioning off a VHS copy of Langoliers, and I said, "That's the worst fucking movie ever." And Bill was like, "Yeah, you're right." So it's terrible, but at the same time, it's like hilarious. You know, everyone in our family, even the kids, like from time to time will be like, "Oh yeah, you know, Langoliers," and like act out the scenes or act out the terrible acting. And yeah, I have to say that's the worst one I've ever seen.
I hear you.
Jason Torrance, have you seen Langoliers?
Oh, let's see here. Laura says, "What King character do you find most relatable to you?" Well, this kind of fits into the Carrie challenge. For me, there is a lot of things about Carrie White's life that reflect my childhood. Um, and that's sad. Like nobody should be able to be like, yeah, my life is kind of like this horror movie over here. So yeah, for me, that is someone I find the most relatable to in a direct way, but also any of his characters that are just he portrays insanity in such a nuanced way about that thing of just being out of your mind. Like anytime he portrays that in a character and stuff, I really find that impactful for me. If it's this way, because I'm crazy. No. What about for you, Leah?
I would say for me, it would be the character of Rose Madder, which is not yet a film or TV adaptation that I know of anyway. So you have to read the book and find out a little bit about a little bit about me. But no, it's just about a girl that's been through a ton of things, relationship wise, I guess I will say, and really relatable. And yeah, it touched me in a way that nothing else I've ever read, including King novels, ever have. It's more of a whimsical story, but it's just as far as the story goes, with her personal life, I feel like I was most relatable to the character Rose Madder.
Mm. Another one that comes to mind for me is Lizzie from Lizzie's story. That whole well, the whole book and then the mini series of it. It's a story of this lady whose husband was an author and he gets killed. And so it's this story of grief, and there's all these other nuances and stuff in it, and about also insanity and stuff. But the way they portray her managing her grief and going through that as well, that's something for me that was very impactful and relatable, and something that really just like, and I couldn't, we watched it, we were like downloading the episodes as they came out, like weekly, like every week. I'm like, Brandon, let's watch it. And he's like, I like to save good stuff, so we have some stuff built. I'm like, no. We're watching it the night it comes out. So good question, Laura. Jason says, yeah, he has seen Langoliers. It was pretty bad.
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down.
Dead Bitches and Ebert, 2 thumbs down.
All right, let's see here. I love too, I've probably said this before on Pet Cemetery, the jogger ghost dude.
Yes.
What's his
Pascal.
name? Pascal.
Victor Pascal.
Yeah. I love in the OG one when he's warning him and they're like trying to make him like disappear and like fade out of the scene, but they just like slowly pulled him like up so his legs are coming out of frame, and he's wearing like these tiny little short shorts, and he's a runner that gets hit. So he has like really long, so they cast him with really long legs apparently, and it was just the longest, most awkward, like too long, skinny white legs, just slow.
Yep. I know what you mean. And for sure. And you know what? Because I think about this movie all the time and all the logistics of it and everything. And it's like, just besides him initially contacting Lewis and kind of like warning him and everything, him going to Rachel also and their daughter to kind of warn her about what's going on. And he was ultimately the reason that Rachel decided to come back and, you know, check on Lewis, which proceeded to be, you know, her death and then her, you know, resurrection also. He played a huge part in that. And when you think about it, you think, you know, his part's kind of small, but ultimately he has kind of a huge role in like the progression of the situation.
Yeah. No, definitely. And wasn't it the same actor that played him also played the mom's older sister? That's
Zelda. Yeah.
Isn't it the same guy that played both, I think?
I'm not sure. It might have been. TJ, is it?
Hey, I saw some documentary, and I want to say that they cast the same guy. Like he played both parts on there.
It might have been.
So yeah, that's one too.
Creepy enough looking.
That's our favorite one to yell. Never get out of bed again.
We have Laura asking us, would you rather run into Cujo or Christine? I gotta say Christine.
Yeah, I would say about the same too.
You know, I feel like there's more places to hide where you could get away from a car than you could get away from a dog, because a dog can follow you through small places, whereas a car, you know, can't. I mean, maybe Christine could, but if you're running between two trees, Cujo is going to be like right up on your ass, whereas it might take a little bit longer for Christine to plow down the scenery.
Laura says I couldn't kill a dog. Even with rabies.
I don't have to kill him. I just have to get away.
Yeah. It's just getting away. Getting away.
Right.
From it. Yeah. Same on there. Just stay inside. I'm fine with being a hermit.
Yeah.
Jason here. Misery is one of my favorites. Kathy Bates was amazing. Yes, I agree with you on that 100%.
Yep.
That's a good one. And that's one too that I feel like sometimes with King films, they'll have a slower pace to them occasionally, and so it's not that it's a bad movie, but sometimes it just slows down so much it gives you that second to be distracted, you know, and so much of his stuff we watch at home, so it's just that like few more minutes of like, okay, you know,
right,
whatever, and then you pick up your phone and then you're like, oh wait, cool stuff is happening. But no, Misery is one that keeps you, I feel like it keeps you captivated the whole way through, like just the tension in it just continues on throughout the film.
I agree too. And you know, watching the films and reading, because I have read Misery also, it's like maybe some would not consider it horror, but I tend to think of myself in that position, and it's like totally and completely horror. Being held captive by someone that's, you know, ultimately like drugging you and manipulating you and everything like that. When you think of the full spectrum, it's definitely horror.
Yeah. Gravity Relates has, what's something from Needful Things that you would sell your soul for?
Ooh. The toilet that Elvis died on.
Well, TJ, we know what happened if Leah comes home with a gold
Mm.
toilet. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there isn't like any specific object that I can think of. But if you could like reincarnate dogs, it would probably be my dog Jade because she's old. And we can tell she's old because she's 16 now. So I'm just like so yeah, that'd probably be the only if I could get Jade back if
Yeah.
she was gone. That would be my thing on there. Dogs are things, right? She doesn't care. She's farting, just gassing me out every episode.
Aw. Okay, well, in that case, I would say my grandma before the toilet.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure there's like I'm sure there's like some object or something out there. I just can't think of anything.
I know. That's definitely on the spot. If
Right.
we had like a couple weeks to think about it, I'm sure we'd have better answers.
We'll have a good answer for you next week on some of these questions.
Oh, here he goes. If you met Andre Lanoge from Storm of the Century, what sins of yours would he expose in front of everyone? This is deep.
Jeez.
Sins. Well, I guess.
Yeah, no, we're not going there. I'm not gonna say because I feel like he exposed like people's absolute like worst things that they
Right.
like ever absolutely had done and stuff. And I'm not saying that either one of us are that terrible of people by any means. And if we actually did come out and say with what we felt is like our most secret, best like deepest kept secrets, and some people would be like, what? Okay, like whatever. But yeah, no, we're not answering that. You just calm down, you clown. Calm down.
It's probably all the cussing I do in front of my kids, to be honest. Like, so my mom, she's nothing like me. And she called me the other day. She said, so my son Cash, he's 7 turning 8. She's like, he wants me to buy him the new Scream movie for his birthday. So what do you think about that? And I'm like, couldn't be worse than any of the other Scream movies. Probably exposing my kids to too much and, my language, but, just disclaimer, I teach them to be decent human beings and that everything's fake.
Yeah. No, you're good moms on there. I don't think that mine is that bad. It's just more so like really severely embarrassing. So I'm not gonna say that out to everyone. Like I do enough without confessing the stupid shit I've done. I do enough on the show live.
Right.
For you guys to have plenty of embarrassing material. I don't need to give you any extra tidbits on that. Okay. Laura says it builds character.
If you're wondering, we don't poop in the shower, okay?
Yeah, no, none of that. None of that. Which that's really gross to think about that people still do that to this day. Like that's just nasty. That's just nasty. I mean, to each their own, but it's still nasty. Oh. Well, folks, we're almost at an hour here. I'm just going to throw this up here because I just think it's hilarious.
So cute.
All hail the king. I know he made us several of these. Let's see here. Laura says, wait, that's the thing. Jason says, if you were an it, would you have gone back to jury 30 years later, or would you say, screw that and just not go? I think I would go back.
Yeah, I feel like I have to say I would go back just because it's an obligation.
Yeah.
It's not complete without everyone.
Yeah. And you don't want to be the one person that doesn't.
No.
You don't want to be that character. So.
And you know what? While we're on the topic of it, the novel has some stuff that is totally not included in any of the movies. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't read the novel yet.
Oh my gosh. Do you want me to spoil it, or do you want me to?
I mean, the novel's been out probably for as long as I've been alive, so I've had time to read it at this point.
Something that's totally excluded from like the TV adaptation and then the films is that Beverly, for some reason, is forced to, or feel like she's forced to have sex with all of the boys in the novel.
Oh.
As like a type of ritual almost, and those parts are actually hard to read.
Yeah.
If I could like reenact my face while I was reading, it would be like,
Yeah.
and when I was a little bit shocked because I was reading the novel for the first time, and it was actually after I purchased the novel for my son, who was probably, I think, 12 at the time. And I had never read it. And then when I got to that part, I thought to myself, oh my God, I hope he loses interest before this part. Because it wasn't anything that was in, the films or the TV series. And yeah, it just sheds a whole different light on that situation too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, King, and it's very well, known and documented. I mean, he struggled with his, demons of addiction and stuff for a long time. And he was living a rough and fast life. And then, fame comes in there to mix it in with everything. And so, yeah, I bet, I mean, it's just kind of to be a given that in his, not that, something that explicit and stuff, but, that there's just kind of really odd things in some of his written work that doesn't ever make it into film.
Yeah.
Because just depending on the time of life, like, what he was on.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like, it might be a turnoff to some people, like, oh, you idolize Stephen King, but he writes about, or, the movies or whatever are about, fucked up shit. But at the same time, it's like, that's real life. That's what happens to, people we know and people we love. And, it's not a happy ending. It's not glorifying anything. It's just kind of spotlighting things that are actually happening in our world. So
yeah, and he's been, I mean, it was also too, when it was written, it was just such a different time in the world. There was a lot of fucked up shit that was acceptable, and it was, that was just kind of some of those things. So he's always, I felt, had a very good kind of pulse on, a good commentary on the darknesses of humanity and stuff.
Yeah.
So his books, his writings have those reflections in it. So
absolutely.
Yeah. It's a rough one, but still like the King. Still like the King.
He keeps it real.
He keeps it real. Let's see here. Okay, Gravity Bleeds with another submission here. Okay, fuck, kill, marry, Pennywise, Master Barlow, or Trash Can Man.
Oh God. Well, okay, I guess, hang on. First of all, if we fuck Barlow, do we get to live forever?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, like he might be a little rough, but there's perks to this relationship. Let's see here. I would probably kill Trash Can Man.
Same.
Because you couldn't marry him or fuck him because he smells so bad.
Same.
Yeah. And then I would say marry Master Barlow, with the condition we can live forever, do some other vampire shit,
Eternity.
We're cool with that. I would maybe suggest, can we spruce up the living accommodations? Been alive for a while. I'm sure you can tap into your 401k or something at this time.
The Marston house definitely needs to be spruced up.
Yeah, spruce it up. Let's get some nicer coffins here. And then I guess that means us fucking Pennywise then on there, which hey, I'm all for clown love, so that makes sense. So that's my strategy on that question.
He's got a lot of balloons, latex, so save us from any potential diseases.
And I would say either one of the Pennywises too, whether it's the original or the new school. The Bill, right? Bill's school?
Yes.
Okay.
Bill's Garden. Yep.
So, hey, I'm not opposed.
Well, I'm just going to completely agree with you on everything you said.
Well, folks, we are we're actually a little bit over our hour here. So I think we are just going to share this one more time. Make sure you check out philbricks.com. Click on the Carrie Challenge link on there. All things Carrie Challenge. You have until the October 29th to submit your entry. And then we are going to potentially be adding on some more prizes, possibly, to the prize packages as well. We also want to throw out there, too, if you are a brand or creator and you would like to support the Carrie Challenge by sending some stickers to be included in the prize packages, or an item, or a Stephen King collectible, or whatever, you can totally do that. We'll make sure that your business is featured on philbricks.com page as well, that you are a sponsor and supporter of the Carrie Challenge. So I'm going to share this screen again because I still have it up. So yeah, let me go back up here to the top here. So yeah, go to philbricks.com and you click on the Carrie Challenge link on here, and it has all you need to know about participating with us for the Carrie Challenge. And it's not just for chicks too. This is for guys as well. So
Yes.
Gravity Bleeds, he participated as well, even though he is not eligible to win.
Gravity bleeds.
So we want to see some more dudes out there. We want to see some more people joining in on the Carrie Challenge. And congratulations again to Lady Beast for winning this custom bingo. Make sure to send us your information and we'll get this sent out to you. And thank you to Ruth and Lizzie Gates as well for being our first 3 entries for the Carrie Challenge. We will be back next week, folks. Thank you, everybody who was asking questions and chatting with us tonight. We appreciate it so much. We will be back next week. Let me see here. Let me look at my dates. Oh shoot, next week we have a big episode. So that's going to be October 2nd.
Yes.
This is the day after Night of the Zooligans, so it's going to be perfect. You know, you can have your hair of the dog, sip on that while you're hanging out with us. And on October 2nd, we have a very big guest coming on. We'll be coming out with some promotional materials about that here soon. But for those who are tuning in now, I will just go ahead and let you know it's going to be Makeup Billy. If you're not aware of who that is, she is an amazing mask maker. Just kills it. She's from Canada. She's been featured in Rue Morgue magazine. Really, really stellar work. We're super excited to have her on. So she is going to be on our October 2nd episode. So make sure you guys tune in. We'll be starting to make promotional materials for that for everybody to be able to see and share, but definitely not one that you guys are going to want to miss.
So excited for Makeup Billy.
I know. She definitely, I'll admit she is somebody that I message and I'm like, this person's never going to respond to me, and that's fine. I'm just proud of myself that I messaged her and I was like,
yes.
Oh, I'm a fan, you know. And then when she responded, yes, me and Leah have been very, very excited and trying to act professional, but we're fangirling over this one. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to be Makeup Billy when I grow up.
So it's going to be a killer episode for you guys to check out. So we'll be sharing that here very soon. But yeah, folks, that's all I have. Anything that I forgot to add, Leah?
I don't think so. I think we covered the basics and more.
All right, and more. Alrighty, folks. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. We're so close to 100 subscribers, and that's a big deal for us because, yeah, we never thought we'd end up here. And
Just
here
a
we are.
couple dead bitches.
Just a couple dead bitches. And it's all because of you guys. So we really appreciate everybody.
For
But
sure.
folks, till next time, stay dead. We'll see you soon.